Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and top of the middle of the night to you. There's a sign which I believe you can read, and that's who I am, and that's what this is. We're doing a show. It's like me coming over to your house and playing you some tunes. Yes, just playing you some songs and going off on tangents about the songs and about the people involved in the songs and the people involved in front and back of the camera. And I hope you're okay with that. See this? cdbaby.com. This is a website which is kind enough to be selling my album, Sprawling Epic. And so is Amazon and iTunes. It's orchestrated through cdbaby.com. And they have a better bunch of text, so I have to cite them. And Facebook. Facebook. And Facebook, which is a way to get in touch with me. We could use a cameraman. I could use a lot of things. But rather than scream my phone number at you or something, I offer Facebook. Now, of course, you're always welcome to say hello on the street. I'm of the older generation, or is it only one? I'm of an older generation than some people, and we still believe in talking to people that you actually see in the real world. Just because you walked by them, or you live next to them, or just because they are real and you're in the same room and we talk to each other. Strangers, they call it, talking to strangers. I don't know what they call it on the internet. Hooking up is a good one. I think that's a really funny piece of slang which replaces about 20 of the ones we used to use. I'm going to play you a Mississippi John Hurt song to begin with. Louis Collins. He wrote this, Mississippi John Hurt. Okay.
Miss Collins weeps, Miss Collins mourns to see her son Louis leave his home. Angels laid him away. Angels laid him away. They laid poor Louis 6 feet under the clay. Laid him away. Ain't it sad, oh, ain't it hard to see poor Louis in a new graveyard? Angels laid him away. Angels laid him away. They laid poor Louis 6 feet under the clay. Angel laid him away. Louis shot one and Louis shot two. They shot poor Collins, shot him through and through. Angels laid him away. They laid poor Louis 6 feet under the clay. Angels laid him away. Miss Collins with Miss Collins all to see. Her son Louis leave his home and just leave him away. There's your Piedmont style of guitar. He was just great. He was a farmer, though. I think he had much stronger hands than I did. He did all that without finger picks. Have you noticed that we're at an angle tonight? For instance, this microphone boom. It's parallel to the floor. Sitting level, and the curtain behind me, that's straight vertical up and down lines, and you're seeing them at an angle because we made it that way. Where I think this, I see a lot of shows on these channels, not all the way through. But I see a lot of shows on these channels, and they have a way of getting frozen in aspic, and I want to change that. That's why I experiment with the lighting, I experiment with the, and of course I experiment with my hair, which is devolving rapidly over the course of the year into my new hairstyle. I should play you this song before I get off on any other tangents. Why have we got this loop? We don't need this loop of wire here. Isn't that better? That's a little better. How's that? Is that better? I'm looking at the shadow. Oh yeah, we're getting there now. We are definitely honing this opera. Oh, look at that now. Is that nice or what? Okay, folks. Trouble in Mind, I can't remember who wrote it. Somebody whose stuff is now owned by Peer, undoubtedly. Peer is a conglomerate that ate most of the blues. Okay? I mean, well, there's another sidetrack. But they have definitely they're getting some of the money for these departed tunesters. Trouble in Mind is no doubt one of them, and I can't remember who. I should look it up, really, but I didn't look up this one. I didn't look this one up yet. This is from the version by the Hackberry Ramblers. This is, I don't know if you've ever seen this show before. Have you ever seen this show before? This is just me talking about my stuff. It's like me being at your house. It's like live TV. It's like experimental. In one way, it's experimental. In one way, it's just a person sitting in a room talking to themselves. And how experimental is that? We've all done that forever. But anyway, Trouble in Mind. Yes, Lutheran Darbones, Hackberry Ramblers, a great band, a terrific Cajun band. In mind, I'm blue, going down to the river, gonna take my rocking chair, and if the blues don't leave me, I'm gonna rock on away from there. You're a mean mama, and you sure don't treat me right. I'm gonna be a mean daddy and stay out at night. Trouble in mind, I'm blue, but it won't be blue over. The sun gonna shine on my back door someday. Well, that sounded nice except for the wrong notes. Trouble in Mind, one of the first blues that I ever played. I think I was in one of the only guitar classes I've ever taken. Oh gosh, Roslyn. It was in Roslyn, Long Island. It was folk guitar, which is to say, they taught everybody how to play like this. But I don't play that much like that anymore. Okay, I'm going to play you a Michael Hurley song. One of his loveliest songs. And at the same time, if you do listen to the, I love this angle thing, this is great. If you listen to the last verse, you can see why he's not as commercial as some other singer-songwriters. But Michael Hurley is loved by thousands of people. I mean, I envy all the cult artists, you know. I mean, take Tom Waits. I mean, there's a lot of people who can't listen to him. You take Sting, ostensibly, theoretically, everybody likes him. Prince, Bruce Springsteen, who's the most popular people? Anyway, they're not my most popular people. As I said a few shows back, Alex Chilton is my Bruce Springsteen. And I'm waiting for somebody to ask me what that means, but it's true. It's true. It's true. Blazing Saddles.